How long does your online course need to be? Is longer better? Is shorter and more succinct an advantage? Does making my course longer make it seem more valuable so I can sell it for a higher price? Stay with me, watch this video, and I'll give you the right answer that you need to know how long you need to make your online course. A lot of new online course creators never get their course sold. And one of the main reasons for this is perfectionism. They have to make it absolutely perfect, get it fully created and tested before they release it onto the world, before they put it up for sale. Pre-selling your course can be a really good way of avoiding this perfectionism, but making sure that it matches what your customers need. And there's another advantage to this. When you release your course to your first batch of students, you can use them to test your course, give you feedback as to how to make it better for them. But should you make it longer? Should you try and pack more stuff into it? Or should you make it shorter and succinct so that they can get through it quicker? If you want to sell more courses, and if you want your students to spread word of mouth about the results they get, you need people to finish your course. Now, it's a sad fact that only a small percentage of students finish most courses. There are ways to improve this with things such as gamification, but you still need to get people through to the end, and it's not easy. So why is it so important they get to the end? Because you need to get them results. If you don't get them results, they won't tell others about it, and they won't come back to buy your next course. If they get results, they'll spread the word, and that is what you want. So how long should your course be? Well, let's put it another way. How long does your course need to be so that your students get the results that they desire? The results that you've promised them when you sold your course to them. Remember, they're not paying you for your time, they're paying you for your expertise and how you can transfer that expertise to them. This helps them to solve a problem in their life or in their business. So you may know about the lady who had a problem with her plumbing, with her central heating. Couldn't get the radiator to come on in the dead cold of winter. So she called this amateur plumber around, and he spent 3, 4, 5 hours trying to solve the problem. Couldn't work it out. So in the end he went away. She called another one who was slightly more experienced, and he came round. Spent about the same time. Couldn't figure it out whatsoever. In the end she was getting desperate. So she called somebody who was recommended as having a lot more experience. And this guy came round and he listened to the pipe, put his ear up against it. Okay, went in his tool bag, took out a big spanner or wrench, listened again, tapped on the pipe, and the water came through. Put his spanner back in the bag and said, "There you go, it's fixed." He'd only been there for 3 minutes. "Oh, thanks very much," she said. "What do I owe you?" "That'll be £200, he said. £200? But you've only been here for 3 minutes. "Yes," he said. "It's £2 for turning up and £198 for my experience and knowing what to do." Now it's an old story, an old analogy, but it really explains what people are paying you for. They're not paying you for your time, they're paying for a solution. If you can get them the solution, then they don't care how long it takes. And really, the quicker the better. So the answer to how long does your course need to be is it needs to be long enough to get your audience, your students, the solution that they need and no longer. The quicker you can get them to their solution, the better. You don't need to add loads of stuff that looks like it's valuable, but actually it's just stuff that slows them down. Just give them whatever they need to get their results. That's how long your course needs to be. It's not a question of it needs to be 30 minutes long or it needs to be 10 hours long. That's irrelevant. If you can get your students the same results in 30 minutes as you could get them if you'd spent 20 hours educating them, then give them the 30-minute one. The one that gets them to the solution that they're looking for, whatever you've promised. Delivering your promise, that's what you should give them. That's how long your course should be. Now, I hope you found that useful, and I hope it saves you a lot of time. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified of future videos from me. and I'll see you in the next video.